Hello. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a Thursday night. It's 20 to 10 p.m. Central here. It's me, Dr. Earl, with YR and Keith Rebarber. So,
Yes.
how's it going, guys?
Good.
Excellent.
That's good to hear. Yeah, YR called me not too long ago and said he has something to address about Ken's afternoon stream that he did today. And I didn't really get a chance to listen to the whole. I only got the chance to listen to some of the show, probably about the last 15 minutes because I was taking me a nap. So, and when I fall, I was taking me a small nap as I mentioned, and I guess you could probably say he has a couple of issues, from what I understand here. So I know he addressed it on his channel a moment ago, so I'm inviting him to address it on this channel here. See what's going on.
Right. So, Keith, take over basically from your point of view. What happened in your eyes, Keith, basically?
All right, so Ken was doing Can We Talk, and I noticed that when Ken does Can We Talk, he doesn't take any phone calls. He might take one one phone call that he like of a person he really likes, or zero phone calls. So like I think 30 minutes into the show, YR started calling and Ken's like, I'm not taking your call. And then towards the end of the show, YR was calling again. And Ken said, I'm not taking your call. And then he said, call the show on Saturday night. I'll take your call on Saturday night. And then shortly after that he ended the show.
That's
Oh wow.
confirmed. Is that confirmed that he did say that though?
About
I'll
why our
find
call,
it
why
I'll
our
find it
calling
when I
on.
get off the show here.
Right.
What?
What?
I'll find it when I get off the show here.
Why don't you find it now and show it to us? So
Yeah,
what
just
he
find it real
said,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cause so it'd be officially confirmed.
All right, give me like 5 or 8 minutes so I can
Oh,
find it.
All
all
right.
right.
All right. So I see Steve is gone. Thank goodness, because he called. You guys called earlier, and Steve once again was trying to message or try to start shit with me again.
Yeah. That guy's just a broken record at this
I
point.
mean,
You know what I mean?
here's the thing that gets me. Now, let me. I wanted to explain the whole thing earlier today on Minnesota Vikings fans is the show there. This past Tuesday, I was on my way to get some groceries, and YR and SC called me here, and SC started coming at me for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, saying, I said, I'm done, you are done, this, here, and that, you know, saying I was talking shit about him when I really wasn't, you know, I was, it got me to, and be honest with you, I don't want to get mad no more, but I
Yeah.
was able to at least get mad while I was driving, but I don't want to do that because God knows what could have happened. I could have lost my concentration and gotten to an accident. I don't want that to happen in there ever
Dang, you
again.
got mad like for real,
I
man?
did, yes, I did. I was really upset because I thought he was really trying to start some shit with me. And then at the last minute, he said he was just busting my balls.
Yeah. Well, he always, I think at the end of the day, he's just, fucking around. And because he jokes with Ken, gets him riled up,
Yeah.
or, other people.
Yeah,
But,
but but the problem is that I want to ask is what good does he get out of it? What satisfaction does he get out of doing this?
I think he gets hard, you know.
Yeah, but still,
Is Minnesota there?
no, he's in my chat there. I got to give him a shout out. Say, hey, Minnesota, you want to call in and say hi and hang out a
Yeah.
little bit? Yeah.
Bring him in and bring him on in.
Oh yeah, let's see if I can get him in. Let me ask in the chat if he wants to come and hang out.
Minnesota
Um,
Vikings, that's Scott's best friend, too.
yeah. All right, let's see if I can get him on the call here. See how he's doing. Let's see here. Blah blah blah. It's going to take a while, folks. All right, I'll try one of his Skype. God damn it! I hate when this shit
Dr.
happens.
Brown, what did you have for dinner today? Some Taco Bell?
No, I don't really. We don't really eat Taco Bell that much. We mostly eat food that we make at home or buy from the store, whether it's chicken nuggets or pizza rolls, two of my favorites there.
Well, that's where you eat a lot of pizza rolls.
Not all the time, but we usually buy whether it's hot dogs, burgers, or something home cooked. Whether it's lasagna,
Yes.
I'm missing that. I'm missing pasta in general. We haven't had that in a while, and we're hoping to make some possibly tomorrow or this weekend. We did mention about it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty much going on here.
Keith will be back. He's looking up that sound
I
clip.
know he is. It's going to take a while for us, so it's me and YR just shooting the shit for the time being. What do you have, YR? What is your opinion about all this bullshit that Ken was discussing last night on his show, and it's being talked about all these idiots tearing down all these statues of Confederate heroes in the Mid-South. Them talking about, removing the gun from the rifle that Elmer Fudd had and they always used to hunt down rabbits, duck
Really?
season, yes. And also, as you know, they removed the pretty Native American woman there on the cover of the Land O'Lakes butter packages. They took her out,
Really?
and yes, they did that. I noticed that they
What
started
about the
doing it.
Mexican lady on the raisins package?
I don't know. They haven't. I don't think they've done that yet.
You know what I'm talking
And
about?
yeah, I
The
think
raisins?
the raisins. I think so. I haven't had raisins in a long time, but they may do. I don't. I would not be surprised if they started to do that. And of course, as we all know, there's going to be making changes with the Aunt Jemima maple syrup brand. They're taking this lady off their cover there. I guess they're going to change the name as well.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing is that years back they changed the image because if you remember, the image of Aunt Jemima was what they call the Mammy character. Looking
Yeah,
like a
mammy.
black, yes, that they portrayed in back in the Mid South prior to the Civil War.
They
There,
wore like the cloth over their head, you
yes,
know?
they had to remove that and give her a decent hairdo there, but they're still going to remove it because of the name.
Yeah. Which is racist as well.
Yeah. In some eyes, who knows? Now, the thing is, as a result of this, do you think the brand, this whatever name they come up with, whichever image they come up with, is it going to continue to sell, or are people going to boycott this move?
It depends. It depends. I mean, what would you name it to make it?
I do not know. It's hard for me. I'm not that good at naming some things there. I could have come up with a different character with a. You choose a black lady, but a lot more with something like in a business suit or like a
Yeah,
regular
like
housewives.
all American syrup or something.
Yeah, like yeah, you could possibly do that. Possibly, who knows? Like Lady Jane, Lady something like that. Lady Lakeisha maple syrup, pancake syrup. I'm thinking.
Lakeisha.
Yeah, because a lot of black ladies out there have different names that it's hard to pronounce at times. There, that's the thing right now. Or Lady Trina, named after the Miami-based rapper.
Yo, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Trina.
Or could a Lady Katrina? That would be a good option there.
Lady Katrina maple syrup.
Yeah, possibly. That sounds like a good option.
What did Vikings fans say? Did he ever get back to you?
No, he didn't. It says it's unavailable. I'm going to try. I'm going to ask in the chat if you Vikings, if you're listening, let me know if you want me to add you to the call here. Let me know in the chat if you're still there, dude. And and I see a person named Steppin' Stone saying GJ Skittles and MC Pevert in the house. Oh my God, I don't know that's who I think it is.
Who's Peaver?
Oh, it was a little comic duo that me and my boy Chris came up with back around 2010.
What?
Yeah, this was years back. This was been between 2010, 2011, and 2012. We had a YouTube channel on. It was basically It was just us goofing around, trying to be these, these white rapper wannabes, try to talk shit, try to act tough. It was kind of funny. Yeah, it's still up there. You just look for it right now. There's a couple of clips of me from that year playing my old guitar, which I miss playing very dearly because I was able to accomplish a lot more effects, a lot more stuff on that one other than the one I got.
What'd you have?
Well, it was a Fender Strat copy. I got it back in 1987 at a place called Massimino's Music on the Groesbeck Highway. It was about 100 and something bucks. It was a used guitar.
Was Squire?
No, it wasn't a Squire. It was something like a Strat. It was unnamed at the time. There was no brand name on it. It was just a Strat copy.
Oh, okay.
So that was a. So that's I missed that whole thing there. I missed that guitar, but
What happened to it?
I had to pawn it off along with the amplifier that I had. They'll help pay for the trip down here to Texas.
Oh,
Yeah, along with a lot of my old CDs and some of my good clothing there. I had to pawn a lot of shit to pay for the ticket there. And a lot of shit I left behind back at the house that we lived in. Man, a lot of memories. And some of the people that who I had shared the house with took some of my stuff with them when they moved out. So I got to get in touch with them to find out if they still have my old stuff, and I could possibly ask them to send them to my address here in Texas.
it's been years though.
Yeah, that was back in early 2014 when I departed and moved out here. A lot of people say, oh, they missed me. They were shocked that I was leaving. But then again, the state of Michigan that it was at that time was complete downhill. It was hard to find work. I had to find work at a temp service place there back in the year before. I mean, like for about a year and a half when I was told that, oh, there's all these opportunities, there's all these jobs. Sadly, nobody was hiring. Of course, now I realize that back then Obama was in the office, and during that time, every other state was suffering just as well.
Yeah, the Obama years, it was a disaster. You know. Shout out to Vikings fan.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Well, oh my gosh, he brought up a good memory. Oh my gosh. He said there was a younger Dr. Earl from 8 years ago rapping about going to the bathroom. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Really?
God, yes. Oh my God. I've totally forgot about that. It was one of those ghetto text things that me and I came up with. I should probably find it sometime and put it in the Skype chat sometime. But anything going on with you right now at this moment?
Who?
You. Seeing
No.
since Keith hasn't come back yet with that clip that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, he's trying to find
Wait, hold on.
There you are.
Yeah, I went back 10 minutes. I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna go back 20 minutes before that.
Oh gosh. So
You want me
check
to?
it out?
do something, man.
All right.
Let's see up here. And I think let's see if I could find that damn video here. Oh yeah, King Sabbath Rocks Away. Oh yeah, here it is. I will send it in I'll get the link and I'll put it in the Skype chat for you to check it out. It is a trip. Trying to make you look so hood and shit here. All right,
Oh,
so
it's you?
yeah, that's me. Right, I'll put it in right now. Now it was misspelled. It was called the Bad Room Song, but it's in the Skype chat right now. Check it out there. Go ahead and check it out. See if you go ahead and see if we can play it on our stream here.
Let's see.
All right. All right.
Dang.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. I gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Dang.
To the bathroom. Gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. I gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Go, go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, go, baby. Don't forget the wipe. Go, go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Don't forget the wipe. Gotta go to the bathroom. I 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 gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. I gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Shit. Gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. I gotta piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Piss and shit. Shit and piss. Shit and piss. Shit and piss. Shit and piss. Gotta shit and piss. 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 Ugh. Was that good? Okay.
Is that you playing the guitar here?
No, which one? Which one?
King
which,
Sabbath?
King Sabbath. Yep, that's one of them. That's me. That's been early 1992 after I moved in with my girlfriend there on Livernois Avenue. As you can see, I had short hair back then.
Yeah.
We came up with some crazy ass shit for these clips.
That was 1992?
No, that was in 2012.
Oh.
Remember, there was no YouTube back in '92 there. God, how I miss that damn guitar. Wish I didn't have to sell it. I could have brought it with me.
What'd you get for it?
I don't really remember, but I think it was about 100 and something for it because it was an old. Remember, I had that thing since 1997. So
Yeah. I'll post that video on my channel.
Yeah,
part of
definitely.
it.
Yeah, part of it. Yeah, because it is deemed a classic there.
Wow.
Yeah. At the same, I miss. I will say this. I do miss my old girlfriend, which I was involved in at that time. But at the same time, I kind of was still kind of angry at her because she kept telling me over and over. I was able to get her moved into my Richmond apartment in Richmond, Michigan, and then I lost my job over there. Then she kept talking about I could possibly get my a job with her cousin. There's some environment pollution control there. Well, on Jefferson Avenue. Sadly, I applied twice, but he never did. He led me on saying call back in a couple of weeks, call back in a couple of weeks, and then we found out the truth that he wasn't hiring nobody. They had to lay off about 30 people. Right. Let me see if I can get somebody else on the line. I was unable to get a
Yes,
Minnesota.
Keith. Is Keith just gonna watch that whole episode?
Yeah, come on, Keith, get over here, man. I know. What the fuck you doing, man? We've been
He's
waiting.
like,
How are you good? If you're going to have to watch the whole damn episode to get to one spot, if you said it was going to be at the end of the program or whichever it was, then, dude, you need to time stamp it ahead of time, man. In the meantime, let's see if I can add somebody on here.
I need to give me something to drink. Hold
Okay, I'm going to see if I can add. Let's see here. Let's see.
on. Add Ken.
I don't think. Let me see if he's. Let me see if. Oh yeah, he is available. Let's see if I can get him on the call here. Fill up dead space here. All right. Just give it a couple of minutes here. Let's see what's going on. He may or may not answer. No, he's unavailable. Son of a bitch. Yeah. I know
He's too
Crisimo.
good for us, bro.
What again?
He's too good for us.
No. Well, I know we could probably add Simo into the chat, but he's not online, sadly.
I've
Yeah.
been trying to add him all night.
Yeah, probably occupied. And
Yeah.
actually, do you think we should add Joe Blown into the call if he keeps himself calmed down?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, let's see if he is online. If he's okay. Yeah, we got to get somebody else on the call here because right now, sadly, I don't think. Let's see if it works. Hopefully, he's available to join in.
Keith will come back.
All right, but how long? We've been waiting for about almost a half hour now, just to find this spot here, and he has left. Oh, okay. And now we're calling Joe Blown in here to see how he's doing.
Good.
Wish I could
Keith, you
get.
couldn't find it?
Nah, I'm on. Let's see, what am I? I'm on 56 minutes 31 seconds, so I have another like 5 minutes.
Are you
to listen
watching
to-
the whole episode just to find that one spot?
No, I. Wait, you sounded really quiet. Okay, I went back the last 10 minutes and I didn't hear it, so now I went back 20 minutes. I'm listening 20 minutes before it's over to 10 minutes before it's over.
Which is fair.
Well, if you can't
Yeah.
find it, don't worry about it. You could probably do it at another time when you on YR have a show on his channel or this channel.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's talk about a few things. I was asking YR about this question about what they're doing with Aunt Jemima and Elmer Fudd having his wife taken away from him, plus the Lano Lakes lady being removed from the cover. It's like, and plus all these Confederate statues being torn
Wait, was
down.
she black? Was she black?
No, she
Lano
was
Lakes?
she was Native American.
Mm.
Wait, what happened to the Native American?
No,
the
no,
lady
I'm
on the
talking.
raisins box too. Do you know her?
Not that I remember.
Oh.
You have to remind me because it's been ages
Yeah.
since I had any raisins. I used to like it as a kid, but that time has come and gone, and I moved on to other things.
Well, okay, so the lady on the Aunt Jemima bottle her name is Nancy Green, and I found that out by Devious Dave Rose. And Aunt Jemima is a black slur. It is used in a negative way against black people.
Really?
Really,
That was in her real
Yeah.
name?
really.
Yep.
Let me look it up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I got that exclusive news about Aunt Jemima.
All right. let's-
And then the Native American on raisins, I don't know anything about that. And then I think the statues should be taken down, but I think that's where it should
why do
end.
you hold on? Why do you feel those statues should be taken down?
I guess they represent hate.
No, wait, but what the thing is, I think that what the problem is that if you're going to erase all that history, how are people going to learn about what happened back then so they don't repeat the same things that they did way back then? Because there's a phrase that always pays that says, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Oh yeah.
You got to remember
Well,
that. And right now we got a civil war going on right now, and mostly it's between Black Lives Matter and their supporters, and with all the law enforcements within the U.S.
Do you stand with BLM Brown or no?
Mm, not
Are you
necessarily,
like all
because
people?
not necessarily, and I'll explain why. If they're going to say things like the Philadelphia riots when the Philadelphia Eagles was based on white privilege, then that's wrong. If they're going to start saying things like, there was a lot of rumors. We had to stay up on one weekend because there was a talk that possibly some members of Black Lives Matter was going to start gunning down all these white people. Now, of course, I don't know if that was ever true or not, but we had to stay up all night to just see if that shit was going to happen there.
Hmm.
Of course, that never happened, but then again, you also see where we're coming from here. And they have,
Yeah,
but here's the thing, now if they're going to, but here's what they should do. They should put out a statement saying, we thank all of Hollywood, we thank all of the white people and other ethnic groups out there for the support. But also concentrate on the other black people who are hurting other blacks as well. You remember the black on black violence from the early 90s? Remember
yeah,
KRS-One called them out on that one single, Self-Destruction? They were
it's
telling you,
true.
they had to concentrate on that.
Keith, are you okay, brother?
yes.
You there?
Um. Yeah, I'm here. I don't really remember like all this stuff in the '90s. I I was just focusing on music.
Now, here's the thing I want to know is, what are your thoughts about them protesting police brutality in Japan and in England? Now,
Oh,
yeah, I was going to make a video about it yesterday when I was out on a walk, but I wasn't able to get the words right, sadly. And when I heard about the situations that I mentioned earlier, I really got in a rage. I just didn't want to make a video about it because I was going to lose my shit because they're
yeah.
trying to change everything to suit their personal needs. It's like if you, like say, if you have an issue with pit bulls and you see a pit bull on a product, like for say for dog food, you're gonna go crazy, fuck, you're gonna do everything you can to have that image removed because of some issue you had as a kid. But people out there who love that image, people recognize that image, are gonna buy the product because of that image. That's making it tough for the manufacturers and the people who purchase that product.
What image do you enjoy, Dr. Brown, like on food? Like, what's one that you always
Uh,
enjoyed and were a fan of?
um,
A
all the
character?
well, it's a cross between Lucky from the Lucky the Leprechaun, Captain Crunch, all the sugary cereals I used to eat as a kid, whether it's the rabbit tricks are for kids, rabbit there. Those were my
Oh, you see tricks?
yeah, no, the cereal tricks.
I didn't eat cereal till I was like 16.
Wow. Oh, I remember this is a funny story that my mom reminded me when I was a wee little kid, and this shows you how much kids can pick up from their parents. My mom used to feed me eggs and toast all the time, and according to her, I reportedly said to her, "I'm tired of this shit. Give me something different." And I was a little kid at that time. I was thinking I was about 4 or 5, if I remember, when she said I reportedly said that. But I kind of, when she told me that, it was like a kind of laughable now, but back then she was completely shocked. But you see where I was trying to get at. You learned it from your parents there, and I reminded her about that.
I think if there was a pit bull on the dog food, if there was a picture of the pit bull and the dog food, they should keep it there.
No,
They should.
that is a
They
good
should.
point. 'Cause pit bulls are like, people get offended by them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, then here's the thing. I have never had any issues with pit bulls, and there's a lot of pit bull support groups on Facebook, and on social media. Pit bull lovers, the pit bull groups. There's a lot of closed groups showing all supports of pit bulls. There was this one pit bull that loved the hell out of me, and I loved back in Detroit. Her name was Daisy. She was a baby little pit bull. She would always come up and run to me, want me to cuddle her, rub her and back and everything, give me kisses here and there.
Did you ever sleep with her?
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
Aw.
You know that.
No, I know. It's a good dog, though. Pit
Yeah.
bulls are good dogs.
Never
You
had
can find a
no.
nice one.
Yeah, it's the only, you got to remember, it's the owners that make them that way. It's the owners that made them that vicious. And then most of them did that for those dog fighting rings. And by the way, I'm also going to bring up this subject right now.
Like Joe's dog is a vicious dog Joe has.
Well, which one? Well, Joe has the two dogs there. How do you know that they're? Wait a minute. How do you know that they're vicious?
No, like when you keep a dog in the cage like Clover or whatever, it's gonna like grow to be like a monster. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, you'll be glad that I disapprove of that. The same thing with cats all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Joe needs to go ahead and take that dog to the vet and get it put down.
No,
think it's
no,
safe,
no,
you know?
no. How do you know it's sick?
No, like it's probably sick though,
How do you know it's sick?
and it's not safe.
Well, I wouldn't ever go that far because the dog and cat today, they're considered parts of the family.
Yeah, but I feel like they're a danger. Like if, especially the one that's in the cage. Now the other one, the older dog.
Well, all right, how do
I've
you know
heard
wait a minute,
stories.
how do you know that they're in the cage?
No, because it's a known thing. It's like a known. Joe always said, "Oh, the dog's in the cage. The dog's in." You never see that black dog run around and stuff. It's always the older
We
one.
have seen it a couple times on Monetize This and on Twitter. I know Leah tweeted out the dog riding in the car with her.
Yeah, see, when you start doing that, dude, with animals, like that's not properly how you like. I don't know, bro. I guess it's different, like northern and southern values and taking care of a pet. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we'll have to.
Hello?
Well, I'm still here. I know we could probably get Joe on the call here to discuss this matter, but he's doing his program.
Yes.
But he's doing his
Oh.
program right now, and I don't think we want to interrupt him.
Nah.
Yeah. Let Joe do his
Keith,
thing. Keith, you there, dude?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
we're doing a new show, Keith's Corner. It'll be coming out probably next week.
All
We'll
right.
see. We'll come up with a day, but Keith's Corner, special show. Keith, go ahead and explain what the show is about and everything.
Well, I'm not sure what the show's about, but what I believe it's about is
What? You don't know what
the
it's
great
about.
YR will ask me questions and I'll answer them. That's the only idea I have.
Kind of like one of those programs where Conrad Thompson interviews either Ric Flair, Eric Bischoff, and
Yeah,
or JR.
kind of like that style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
when
ever
I
heard
had
those
Peace Quarter back in 2016, Isaac Rojas came up with like 90% of the ideas that were on Keith's Corner.
Ah,
What were some of those?
Like stuff with music. Well, no, I thought of that, but let's see. One time he told me do a Monday Night Raw review, and then he
Oh.
said
ah.
get on and talk about this, talk about that. But I don't know what he said.
You were big into wrestling back then, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I was. And then one time he said, "Well, I wrote this rap when I was 18, so I did the rap on the video, and then I played the video. I had, but when I was doing the video, I did it live on Monetize This,
Yeah.
and then one of the staff came in my room and Joe was like, "Wait, is she telling you the lyrics to say right now?"
Some next level type of stuff.
I remember that.
But she was actually telling me to be quiet because people were sleeping. And
Yeah,
she's
true. You got to remember
in the
that.
house.
Yeah, you got to respect other people's. You got to respect other people's requests there.
Yes. And I don't remember. But I do remember when I was kicked off of Monetize This, at like after Monetize This 67, I deleted my whole Keys Corner
Yeah.
YouTube channel. I had 105 subscribers, and 104 of them were from JCS.
Ah.
And then one person found me from the music stuff that I did.
Ah.
Keith,
So,
tell us about your time in Monetize This era.
yeah,
All
how,
right.
how many episodes
came
were you on, by the way?
Let's see. Let me count right now. 49, 50, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 59, 67.
Mm,
18. Monetize This.
wow. 18 episodes of that show.
Yes.
Wow.
And then I was on a 19th time like 1 year later
Wow.
when I called in as a fake name and Joe put me on. He put me on for like a minute
Yeah.
and that was like, I don't know, it was like episode 144 or something like that. But and then from Monetizes 68 to 100 something, I wasn't on.
Wow. So you've been pretty much haven't been banished. You've been banished from that program since that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Joe, he let me stay in the chat
Yeah.
like for years. Yeah, he wouldn't take my call, but he would allow me to be in the chat.
Yeah.
And then,
Same
like
thing
in
with
the
Minnesota
last,
Vikings fan. He'd had that happen during Minnesota's ban for that show for 6 months.
but then, I think like maybe like 2018 or 2019, S. Dada, he blocked me in the chat for like anytime like he even thought it was me, which he was right. He blocked me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like as soon as S. Dog got a wrench, like I wasn't allowed in the chat anymore.
Yeah.
What else do I remember? Oh yeah, I remember like a lot of the videos I did. It was Isaac Growhouse's idea, but they were really funny. And so I would call in and I'd say, play this video from my YouTube channel. It's really funny. And Joe did, and it was really funny. But I don't remember what the videos were.
Wow. So you're gonna do so for this Keith's Corner, you're just gonna pick a particular topic of the week and to discuss that, or a whole bunch of other topics about what's going on within today's pop culture.
Yes, yes.
I guess I don't know. It's up to YR. What do you think, YR?
Yeah, but Keith, what would you want to be on a show with and like talk about? What would you be your passion?
I don't know. I don't have any passions anymore. I like Joe actually like when Joe makes these stories that he's mad at. It's like I don't even care. Like I don't care about anything anymore, and it feels good. It feels good not to care about anything anymore.
Wow.
It's like I don't even know why Joe does these crazy stories and gets so mad. Like that to me that shows that he cares. But me, I don't care.
Really?
But I mean the crazy stories that Joe does are entertaining. But me, I don't care.
Wow.
It's like if Joe and Ken deleted their YouTube channels right now, I'd be straight. I don't care. I'd be good. Like I don't need Joe's channel to be entertained. I don't need Famous Network channel to be entertained. Like I'm good.
Yeah, but why are you back and stuff? What made you come back?
I'm bored of music, so it's like me doing the show is like really cool for me. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't need to be on Joe's show. I don't need to be on Ken's show.
So he got tired of all the music and decided to come back to the talk show circuit, basically.
Yes,
I
exactly.
understand that well because I used to play a lot of music at my old job, and I decided, since I found these programs, got involved with this community, I often listen to either some old episodes of Foul Mouse or Monetize This when I was at work. Of course, I had to keep it down because of the language. A few times I was told about that. But
Really?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Like a week ago, I listened to like 7 Can I Talks in a row. Like I was looking back to old Can I Talk episodes because I got into Can I Talk pretty late.
yeah.
So I was listening to I listened to like 7 Can I Talk episodes in a row last
Nothing
week.
special. You know what I mean? Just nah, it's good. It's
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like hearing Ken be mad at people.
See?
Uh,
Yeah.
And then I'm the big scumbag for trying to make him mad sometimes.
Yep.
Well, guess who died? Breaking news.
who?
Who
What
died?
happened? Who?
John Kennedy Smith, the last surviving sibling of John F. Kennedy.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Is this John? Is this that John Kennedy Smith that was involved in that case and a couple years back with back in '91 with that Willie there girl?
Yeah.
Let me look it up here. You mean Gene Kennedy Smith? You mean to say Gean? It's
Gene.
Gene, because I thought you meant John, which meant that one guy who raped and did that one Jennifer girl back in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
That was the OJ case back at that prior to OJ. And it says here.
There is one thing I care about.
What?
Getting Donald Trump reelected for
Oh,
2020.
yeah.
By the way, I mispronounced that. It was William Kennedy Smith. My bad. I just got mixed up with all these Kennedys here. My apologies, folks. Yeah, she was an American diplomat, activist, humanitarian, and author who served as the United States ambassador to Ireland from '93 to '98 during Bill Clinton's presidency.
Yeah.
And so, Keith, you said you wanted Donald Trump to be reelected.
Yes.
I think it's going to
He's
happen. I think it's going to happen the way the Democrats have been portraying themselves like outright idiots for the past couple of years. I mean, right now
yeah.
to this point, I think their only source of hope at this point that right now is, of course, dimwit Joe Biden, and
He has no idea where he.
who's been showing all these dementia signs left and right, but they're going to stick by. They're going to try everything they can, to get him in the office, just to get Donald Trump out of. They resorted so many ways to get him out of office. I mean, Nancy Pelosi even said one time, "I cannot say the words President Trump." Why? Obviously, because Trump was the support system that we needed. Trump was the man to lead us into the ring and take on the enemy. I mean, you got to remember
Yeah.
that during the Obama years, a lot of people were getting laid off. A lot of people were losing a lot of work. But
Yeah. I watched this video on YouTube from like 5 days ago. It was Joe Biden on MSNBC.
yeah,
And the two people were asking Joe Biden questions, and Joe Biden just sounded like a straight idiot, like a really dumb idiot. And the two people who were asking questions, they were like laughing. They're like, "Oh, we hope you get elected."
yeah.
But he,
Of
like,
course, they're
Joe
going to do
Biden was
that.
like,
Of course, they're going to do
you
that
know,
because that's the agenda of MSNBC, as we know, is the complete opposite of Fox News. Fox News
yeah,
is conservative.
CNN and MSNBC both,
Yeah,
and maybe even CNBC.
yeah. I don't know about CNBC. We haven't watched that yet, but MSNBC is basically liberal. They have this one guy named Ed Schultz, who's considered the liberal equivalent of Rush Limbaugh, and apparently he got himself a few trouble a few times back for calling some Republican senator who was a female a slut a couple times, and as a result, he got suspended from his old program for about a couple months. So, and when you think
Yeah.
about it, while the conservative sides, try to come back with a lot more mature, a lot more phrases, it's usually the liberals out there who come up with all these vicious words and attacks.
I know the left, like, there should never be a Democratic president ever again.
You know, I think what it is, I think this. I brought up this point up there in one of my videos here. Know the case that's going on with Michigan. A lot of people are going after Gretchen Whitmer for the way she's extending these stay-at-home orders in that state over and over because all these protests from all these right-wing groups, coming onto the state capitol, bringing their weapons, bringing the support for Trump here and there. They're doing this because they're sick and tired of staying home. They're sick and tired of this so-called propaganda. They're sick and tired of, they got bills to pay, they got food to put on the table, they got families to feed, and this COVID V is not, it's taking a toll on everybody. And it's getting to the point where people are like getting all these food stamp cards with how much bucks on it they're going to have to spend for a month. They're getting unemployment, but at the same time they want to get back to work. They don't want to be living off the government for a lifetime like some people during the Obama administration. I mean, there were people out there
Right.
who were just still getting so used to receiving unemployment money, they figure, oh, I don't have to go back to work. Ha ha, I'm a safe and sound. I could just live it up like a bozo that I am. I mean, when I
Yeah,
when I
the
was
Democrats want a welfare system.
yeah, basically, then here's the thing that we came up with a realization of. It seems like let's see if you agree with this. Obama, basically, I think he probably did this so we could depend on him like a king.
Yes. That's been going on since like 1965 with the Democrats.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how the Democrats were back then, but it's like now today the country is so divided between we have pro-Trump and anti-Trump. It's like we had this civil war going on for the past couple of years. It's ever since Trump's announced that he was running for the Oval Office.
Yes.
Why do you think
Obama is one big filibuster. Every time he gets on the mic, he talks for like 30 minutes. It's just one giant filibuster.
Yeah.
They should change Obama's name to Mr. Filibuster.
Well, let me ask you this. So why do you think all these people there are anti-Trump?
They're part of the New World Order. They're part of MK Ultra. Like the New World Order and MK Ultra are
Wait a
very
minute, MK. What is MK Ultra? I know that Scott talks about that a lot. Tell me about what is this MK Ultra?
okay. It's like famous. It's like people who have talent, like rappers, singers,
Actors
people in political power. The
Illuminati.
the New World Order like takes them into the there's like three different headquarters in the U.S. There's Walt Disney World, there's Las Vegas, and there's the Church of Scientology in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Like the main headquarters, like the Church of Scientology in Los Angeles, and they take them in there and they do stuff to their brain. They make the brain into like 16 different compartments, and like all 16 different compartments are like a different personality, and they could activate any 16 of the different compartments in their brain that they created in these talent people's heads. And so that means they get on TV and they say exactly what what the leaders want them to say, like, which is fuck Trump, vote Democrat, uh, and all these different things. Taylor Swift just did it. She was on TV. She called Trump's presidency a autocracy or something.
Auto crash or something like that. Auto wreck.
Yeah, like, which means like it's another type of word for like a
Autocracy.
dictator. Yeah.
Here's what
Uh,
I mean, from my observations. I mean, like, now let's go back to the start of the 1990s. The political correctness first started back in '91 with the gay uprising in Hollywood. Not really in Hollywood, over that movie, The First Basic Instinct, with Sharon Stone and Michael Douglas. You know, because remember, her character was a bisexual, was a writer, and was also an axe pick killer. If you remember that movie, remember?
no,
Really?
Yeah, this was back in 1991. Now, this pissed off the gay community, as it was referred to back then, because they were portraying someone who is gay as a murderer. Now, in the past, gays have been portrayed as molesters, predators, because of all the stories we hear about them not taking no for an answer when we turned them down. When they would say, "Hey, I'm gay. I'm interested in you. Want to be my boyfriend?" No, thank you. Oh, please, can you just please come on? That has happened a couple times to other people I knew in the past. I could tell about if you want. Now, they of course they started protesting the Oscars. They started protesting anything Hollywood. Boycott this movie. Boycott that movie. They were outright sick of it. Now, later on, when Clinton got into president, Hillary Clinton decided, no, we need to start being more politically correct, come up with all these terms. Instead of black man, it's African American man, African American woman, Asian American, Canadian American, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Now you also got to keep in mind that during the last two presidents we had a war in the Gulf East. We also had a massive recession afterwards.
I
It's
could
just,
explain that.
yeah.
Okay, George W. Bush
Which one? Which one?
is the one that was president in the 2000s.
Yeah, the
2000 to
Bush
2008.
43 is what we call them.
Okay, yeah, he is part of the New World Order because the
You
right
mean the Skull and Bones Society? That's based
uh
out of, I
He's a
believe it.
Mason.
Yeah,
yes.
yes. And one of the big rules in this particular society is simply three things: power, power, and more power. And what better way to get power is through oil?
Yep,
Basic.
and when they talk
Ken's a
about
Mason. Ken made the Masonic pledge as well, I believe. I think.
I don't know. I have
when
to,
they
I have to
talk
ask
about
them.
God,
Ken is a
God
part
to
of the
them is
society.
gold, oil,
It's the New York.
drugs.
It's like a the Long Island chapter.
Well, we'll have to ask Ken to find out about that.
Yeah, we need
And then go
confirmation
ahead.
on that, Ken brother.
Yeah.
And when they talk about God, their God is gold, oil, drugs.
Yeah.
But see, Donald Trump won because the failure of the Democratic Party and the failure of the Republican Party. Donald Trump is our first independent president. All his policies are independent.
Even though he ran as, but yet he ought to keep in mind he also ran as a Republican.
I know, but before he was a
The-
Democrat, and then he switched to an independent, and then he switched to a Republican.
Probably because he saw the bullshit that was going on within that party. There was another senator, a black man whose name escapes me, who did the same thing. And I remember there was another political figure out of Michigan. His name was William Lucas. He decided to leave the Democrat Party and joined the Republican Party for a lot. I believe it was for the same reason.
Yes, and a
And
lot
that
of
was back in the
people in the
80s.
Republican Party are in the skull and bones, but at least Republicans take care of Israel. Like Barack Obama was so mean to Israel in his
Well-
last 4 years.
Well, Barack Obama is, I guess from what I understand, his real name is allegedly Barry Soetoro. And he admitted it during his campaign that he is a Muslim. And Muslims do have issues with Israelis. It's a proven fact.
Yes. Yeah, Israel even made a mini video about it, about how Barack Obama hates Israel. Barack Obama's a Muslim. Uh, and so like Trump, he's fighting against the Skull and Bones, the New World Order, and I know who runs the New World Order. The Jesuits in the Catholic Church run the entire New World Order. Catholicism is counterfeit Christianity. Catholicism was created by the devil when, like millions of years ago, when the devil got kicked out of Israel.
Yeah.
He created a Christian religion called Catholicism. He put a facelift on it so it'll blend in. And then, like 10 years later, the Pope's sister created a religion that could build an army to take over Israel, and that religion is called Islam.
Mm. Now, by the way, really?
Yes.
All right. So
Yeah, that's for
now, YR, I'm going to ask you to look up something here, and this is why people have been saying about not letting Sharia law come to the states. Let's see if I can find this clip here. I remember seeing this clip back in 2013. It was a clip of a Saudi Arabian woman being dragged out to the street for allegedly being infidelous, cheating on her man, and apparently she was decapitated right on this broad daylight in the city streets.
I don't want to see that, Dr. Brown. Come on.
Neither do I.
No.
But you see the reason why people are don't want Sharia law allowed in this country. You remember there was this one idiot out there, some Muslim dude out there, who I guess he got himself in trouble with the law a couple years later, claiming that we need Sharia law for the United States. They get used to it. They want to bring it to pass along to everybody else. And I'm sorry, we cannot have that here.
I mean,
Because
yeah, but we can try it. We can try it out.
No, because under Sharia law, girls as young as 9 years old can, be forced to marry men who are 70 or 80 years old.
Well, Keith, you're that's cool with Keith, right? I mean,
No, man.
nah, come on.
But
no, that is fucked
while
up.
Barack Obama was president, we had 8 radical Islamic terrorist attacks on U.S. soil. While Donald Trump was president, we've had 0 radical Islamic terrorist attacks on
Really?
U.S. soil. Yeah.
Wow. So Donald Trump is keeping his word. I think here's what I'm thinking. I think the reason why they are really. Do you think he's racist?
No.
No. So what? So why do you think they say that he's racist? Because they started that because when you start talking about we need to send all these illegals back to their countries.
That's it.
Because of that.
And
Because now let me also point this out, and I mentioned this on Joe Cronin as well as Ken's program a couple of times before. The people that are saying this kind of stuff are the same people that grew up in the 1990s, where during that period under the Bill Clinton presidency, liberal values was on the top notch, was on an all-time high. It's okay to be gay, it's okay to come out of the closet, it's okay to come out as trans, whichever. It's okay, we're supposed to accept other cultures. We're just one big world. We're supposed to accept every religion, every other
Wait,
culture out there.
trans?
No.
You know trans?
No,
Oh,
I
you
don't
know
know.
any?
No, I do not know any. But you see the point I'm trying to come at. Back
Yes.
then, you said they're trying to establish this. Everything you got to remember, in their eyes, they were pushed to the side under 12 years of Republican rule under Ronald Reagan and Bush 41. So this was their time to finally come out of that shell, finally come out and stake their claim, and to see and all the kids that grew up around that time, around 8 or 9 years old, they grew up with those beliefs. And they grew up and to see both Bush 43 start this war in the Middle East when they're supposed to have been going after Osama bin Laden, and all the amount of lives that were taken overseas as a result of this war, which to me was another Vietnam, whereas the first one wasn't. So that kind of irked the hell out of him. And finding out that
I
the purpose of that war was basically to finish what Bush 41 started.
I actually know the real reason why we went to Iraq, and it wasn't for Saddam Hussein. It
What is
was
it?
to point. It was a safe spot to point the guns at Iran, to point the big tanks at Iran to get Mahmoud Ahmadinejad out of office.
Well, I think it was, but I think it was also was get. I'm thinking it
Shout out
was.
to Michael Abudajai. What's his
Oh,
name?
who? Michael what?
Michael Abudajai.
Michael Buttigieg? Never heard of that.
Who was that one
He's a
guy SEC was talking
he's a
about? Derek
Democrat. He was
Domino?
running for president.
Remember, Brown?
I don't really remember that. I think this is the first time I heard that name.
No, SC
I remember he
Steve.
was
He
a
was,
Democrat running for president.
no, SC Steve. He was talking about Derek Domino or whatever.
Derek Domino's, the band.
No,
Because I thought
like,
you mentioned
you
the
knew
band,
him
the
in the
Derek
chat
and the
or
Domino's.
something.
Oh, you mean Hummel Blocked Drew? He's in my chat right now.
He might have left.
No.
He said he's going to watch Can We Talk.
Well, I see old man Davy's in my chat. Hey, hey, Davey, you want to join in on the call? Feel free to. Well, add you in, dude.
He's scared of YR.
Why would he be scared of you?
I don't know. It's, you know how people are in
No.
the community.
Who knows? Because right now I've been thinking about adding somebody else to this call here. Under this program.
Who?
I don't know. I tried Ken. I tried Minnesota Vikings fan. I tried adding Joe Blown in to see how he's doing in that shit. But all around unavailable. I don't.
I was on the deep web.
What? The what?
I was on the deep web, and I read 50 of Hillary Clinton's deleted emails, and they're scary as fuck.
Really? Are you able to get the links and show them to us here sometime?
No, I did that back in 2016.
No.
I don't even know how to do it anymore.
Oh, man.
I'm so like
Do you have a computer?
2016.
Do you have a computer with you where you live?
No, I had a computer in 2016, but I threw it away because it ended up being really, really slow.
Oh. Should probably upgrade.
I
Get it
paid
updated.
$200 for it.
Wow. What you should probably do is ask your whoever got you that to get you a new one or an
What'd you
upgrade.
pay
No,
for?
I don't need a
1200?
computer.
You paid
I don't want a
1200?
computer. I don't need one. I do everything on my phone.
You
Oh.
paid 1200?
1200
No, it's 200.
200.
Yeah, so it's a cheap computer.
So it was a used one?
No, it wasn't used. It was Lenovo.
No, never heard of that brand.
They used to be IBM. IBM
Oh.
changed their name to Lenovo.
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 Oh, Lenovo. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah. But like in 2016, I was on the computer on the deep web, but that feels so long ago. I don't even know how to do that anymore.
Wow.
But in Hillary Clinton's emails,
yeah,
she
you
laid
mentioned
out a
that.
master plan to destroy Israel. Like
Wow.
Barack Obama, he started
Yeah.
destroying Israel, and Hillary Clinton was gonna finish it. Finish what Barack Obama started.
Most
Destroying
likely, if Hillary Clinton would have gotten into office, we still would have all been unemployed.
Yep, and then we would have been sent into the FEMA camps in the deserted WalMarts.
Yeah. Wicked.
It would have been like the Holocaust.
The thing that pisses me off is more that shit. For how many years she's still bitching about how she lost to Trump? I mean, come on, let that shit go. The reason why you lost to Trump because you have a bad track record. We still never got to the low down to that white water gate that you and your idiot husband, your player husband, was involved with prior to his presidency. I mean, and the thing is, it pisses me off even more. Her husband is
There's
going
Hillary
on playing
Clinton.
with all these other women, Jennifer Flowers, Paula Jones, and Monica Lewinsky. Why couldn't she put her foot down and say, "Hey, Bill, I'm your wife. You're supposed to be banging me."
That's right. And the Hillary Clinton that was running for president, that's a clone.
Yeah.
That's not the real Hillary Clinton. That's a
What?
clone.
Wait a minute. Wait. Do you have proof to back this up?
I had proof in 2016.
You should have kept it with
Uh,
you, dude. Get it printed out on paper.
all right, I'll try to find the proof again.
All right.
After the show or tomorrow.
All right. Because about to end the stream here in about a couple minutes here, and got a couple of things I got to do tomorrow morning. I've been busy a lot around the house a lot lately, doing a lot of projects here and there, including filing for new jobs here. But sadly, they're still not calling in. Well, a couple did call in, but the thing is, they're far out in Humboldt, Texas, which is about 45 minutes from where I live. So I got a lot of projects here to do here tomorrow. House related here, family related as well. So probably in a few minutes I'm gonna end the show here. So anything you want to talk
Sunday,
about?
we have a big show Sunday.
That's right. We got to plug our show on both our channels. It's a Metal Maniacs exclusive. A salute to the Big British Four. We're going to be taking a look at the careers of 4 legendary British heavy metal groups, starting with Black Sabbath, and we're going to go on to Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and Motorhead. All massively influential in the heavy metal music world. They inspired all these bands like Pantera, Machine Head, Typo Negative, Anthrax, Metallica, you name it. They influenced a lot of groups there, and we're going to discuss their careers, their highs and their lows, starting with, again, Black Sabbath. And what time did you want to do this, YR? It was about 7 p.m. Central.
Maybe 8.
8 p.m.
Or,
It's 9
something
p.m.
like that.
9 p.m. Eastern time, if you're in West there. Okay. Okay, so it's time to wrap it up there, folks.
Wait,
Keith,
I just put it in the chat. Hillary Clinton is a clone.
Okay. Okay, here.
Well, tomorrow Mars Mirror will be going live. So
Oh, yeah, Friday
it'll be
Night Mania. I know he wanted me to call on his program. I got a DM from him. So probably I might probably do that. If it's not going to be a slander against this person or that person, then I'll gladly join in. But most likely they'll be talking about the PC bullshit that's going on this week with the returns with Elmer Fudd and Aunt Jemima and the Land O'Lakes lady girl there.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
I mean, but it's a lot
There's
more
drama with Elmer Fudd and Andrew.
I know. It's like, come on. It's a cartoon. It's a fucking cartoon, people. People should learn, it's just a cartoon. You ought to realize it. But, we got all these idiot queefballs out there, these sensitive pansies out there, trying to ruin kids' childhoods because of stuff that they went through. To probably be like, I saw so many people get shot in the neighborhood I lived in. It ain't like what it is in the cartoons. We must eliminate the guns. Shut the fuck up. You're going to need that gun.
Start with the video games first, people.
Yeah.
Let's start with the video games.
Yeah, they're going to start, but they've been blaming that for years. Even Trump even blamed that for all the shootings that were going on a couple of years
What about
back.
Grand Theft Auto, bro? For a couple video games, an African American, San Andreas, and number 5 was portrayed by a black guy. So
it doesn't matter.
Okay, I have a prediction.
Yes.
I predict in 2026 there will not be any more SJWs.
Yeah. I hope so. I really hope so, because I'm up to here, because they've been ruining a lot of shit for us. They ruined episode 8 of Star Wars. I can't even watch. Yeah. I can't watch The Last Jedi. They had all these Star Wars movie from episode 1 to number 8, and I just stopped after episode 7 because episode 8 really pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
So thank goodness J.J. Abrams was at straighten that shit out in episode 9. made a lot better than. It was kind of like a lot more action packed than The Force Awakens. Thank goodness.
Yes.
And I hope I agree with you, Keith, that we don't have to deal with more SJWs because it's getting to the point now where I just want to find a whole bunch of them and bust their necks.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
man.
let's do that.
Yeah,
I want
I
to do
think we
that
all
too.
agree. I think we all agree with that. But still, I'm not necessarily would kill them in general, but put our feet up their ass
Yeah.
Yes.
because this has gone too damn far enough. If anybody agrees with me in the chat, type a 1.
How's your nipples feeling?
My nipples? Normal. Dude. That's dumb. That's an awkward question to ask.
Are you trying to be like Joe Cronin?
No. Well, I'm trying to. I just
No,
figure,
I mean, why are...
That's funny.
Okay, I'm going to end the show here, guys.
right,
For
brother.
myself, Keith Rebarber, YR. Once again, tune in Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern for a Metal Maniacs exclusive. Our salute to the Big British
Yes.
Four.
Four-part series.
Yes, so we're starting with Black Sabbath. All right? You guys have a good one, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Goodbye, guys.
All right.